I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
I'd like to talk about Vauxhall.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a brand neither of us is particularly into.
It's not. But it's one, I mean, it's interesting you mentioned it because it's one that's been in my mind of late, off the back of another podcast I've been listening to.
Oh, okay.
Just all about the super touring class back when that was sort of all through the 90s, really, with British touring cars.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Cavaliers and Vectras, and they had John Cleland on, and he was talking fondly about racing his Vauxhalls. So,
well, I'm not. I didn't want to talk about racing Vauxhalls. This is
that's my. I got a tenuous link to Vauxhalls this week, so there you go. You've had it.
Oh, very good. That's excellent. I have driven a few Vauxhalls over the years, but I've never come across one that particularly excited me.
Okay.
But there's a new one been announced this week, which I thought we should just touch on.
A new Vauxhall? You think we should be tackling a new Vauxhall?
Well, yes, because it's a bit daft, but as ever, I don't think they mean it to be.
No. Right, okay. I'm going to need a tab here, aren't I?
I think so, yes.
Go on then, what is it?
There's a new Astra coming. That's not the most exciting start, I grant you, but bear with me here. There's a new Astra coming. It is an estate, so they're not turning it into an SUV. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Right.
It's a proper 5-door estate.
I'm on board thus far.
You're on board this far. It is pure electric. So they're taking the Astra into the EV world.
Makes sense.
We're okay with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have another proper electric estate car on the market.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Happy with that. This is where it starts to go a bit wrong.
Oh, no.
54 kilowatt hour battery, which they're claiming a WLTP range of 258 miles. So real world, that's going to be about 180, 190.
Okay. I mean,
so
you can work with it.
You can work with it. It's not class leading, but you can work with it.
Okay. It depends where they price it.
Exactly. This is where it really goes wrong.
Oh dear.
You ready?
No, I had a mouthful of drink.
Okay, good.
Now it's
You're going to need that. You're going to need that. Okay, here we go. 40 grand.
What?
Yes.
No.
39,995. No.
What?
Yeah, for an Astra. 40 grand for it. That puts it right up with Tesla Model 3. Yeah, it's more expensive than pretty much anything else.
I'm having a look
in its class. Yeah, have a look. It's not a bad looking old thing, I have to say. But the price doesn't make sense, especially with that range.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they've missed. I mean, if they were pricing it sort of maybe slightly more than the MG.
Yeah, see, MG5 MG5 is at most 10 grand less than that.
Oh,
and you can, in fact, get one for less than that. But yeah, MG5 you can have for less than 30. I mean, in my mind, cars like that should still be between sort of 15 and 20 grand, but I know those days have gone.
I know. It's awful, isn't it?
It is awful. You know what I mean? But they're not. And I'm kind of getting used to the fact that they're not that price anymore. but
no,
40
right.
grand for an Astra estate.
I've been skimming, and it's not. While they mention it on their site, it's not actually out yet, is it?
No, it's not. It's been, as I said, it's been announced. It's not actually launched yet.
But they've got a bit about it, but like they say, it's coming this year.
Yeah, indeed. There's a number of reports around about it, but 40 grand
starting price as well.
Yeah, starting at 40 grand. Yes, whereas I believe the MG5 starts from about 27, something like that.
Something like that. I'm sure
for the base spec.
Yeah. Right,
Yes, because we spec'd one up a while ago, didn't we? And
that took all of 2 seconds.
Spec the same car because there's no options. But I don't see that makes any sense anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Because if you're having that, you're not bothered about the badge. You're going for practicality. You're going for probably reliability. Why wouldn't you have the MG5?
Yeah.
And save quite a lot of money.
It's a bit of a shame, really, because it actually, like you say, it actually looks all right.
It's quite good looking. I'll give them that. Yeah, and it's available in they say available in some nice colours and all that kind of stuff. The range isn't great, but it's not terrible.
No. They do need. I don't see them selling like hotcakes.
Not at 40 grand. Who's going to pay 40 grand for an Astra estate?
No one. Maybe lease companies, but even then, I would be skeptical.
They'll never get their money back.
No
one's going to pay a premium for something with a Vauxhall badge on it.
No,
they're just not. You cannot charge. That's, as I say, that puts it right in the way of the Tesla Model 3. You can have a Model 3 for that money.
Yeah, they haven't thought about this. That's just
all right. Model 3 is not an estate, but even so, it's got double the range for a start.
Well, that's the problem. They're going, right, you had the opportunity to get involved there, but that price has just gone.
It's not going to do it.
No,
not going to do it. That should have been 30 tops.
Yeah, something like that. That would have been.
Because then that's competitive with the MG5. It's substantially cheaper than the Model 3.
Yeah.
You're then in the way of things like the E208 and the Kia Niro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at 40 grand?
No, you can do one for that.
No, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. A couple grand more, you can have a Model Y. I mean, I know you don't. You wouldn't. But
no, I would not in the slightest. I'd pick a fucking Astra over that.
But a lot of people would think, "Oh, another couple of grand. I can have a Tesla Model Y. Why on earth would you have the Vauxhall Astra?" So that caught my eye this week, and I thought, "Oh, an Astra, another estate, another electric estate on the market. Brilliant. We're all over that." And then 40 grand. Oh dear.
Yeah, we're
someone hasn't understood the market very well.
No, don't get it. Really don't. No.
That's very silly. Very silly.
That's disappointing.
But while we're on the subject of EVs that aren't out yet but have been teased by manufacturers, have you seen the new concept from Hyundai?
Oh, I think I have. I've got one in my head, and I think it's the one.
They're reviving the old Pony.
Yes,
concept.
That is the one I've seen. Yes,
from 1974, the Giugiaro designed car. They've taken the basically the guts of the Ioniq 5, and put it into a really lovely retro 80s, 70s, 80s kind of body shape. It looks fantastic.
It is a cool looking thing.
It really is. I'm very impressed with that. The fact that they've done that. I know it's only a concept, but brand new running gear, batteries, motors, everything in a really nice retro body package. That is lovely.
That would be nice. I do worry that probably won't come to fruition, but
sadly, it probably won't. Like the Honda little sports car that they debuted a few years ago, and then that never happened either. And they made the other one instead, the
Honda E.
The Honda E. They made the wrong one there.
But, they should have made both.
Yes, they should, and they both would have sold.
Yeah.
As indeed the Honda E is.
Yeah.
But that I think is absolutely fantastic. You just make it.
Yeah.
Just make it.
I approve, and I would like one, all in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
I really approve of that. Yeah, really approve of that. I think that's fantastic.
Right. I've got a bit of something for us.
All right. Very good.
The old lady next door has a gardener regularly.
Okay.
Because she's getting on a bit, and she likes her garden just so, which is fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry.
But she's changed gardener.
Oh, hear that going there?
Bloody, it's still going. Still going.
Yes, broadcasting from Silverstone this evening.
Yes, apparently so. So she's got the new gardener's turned up, and he had a vehicle I was not expecting as his work vehicle.
We love unexpected work vehicles.
Which he was using to transport his petrol-powered mowers and strimmers and such like. All
the gear they have, yes.
Yeah. So, he was driving a 2001 MG ZT diesel in the estate variant.
Oh, the ZTT.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. Didn't I pick one of those in one of our sort of cheap car lists that we did?
I think so.
A little while ago. I'm sure I did.
Yeah, I think you did. Obviously, you didn't spec the diesel, but
no, I certainly did not. But that's fantastic.
It was tatty, to say the least.
Well, to be fair, most of them are now.
But
they haven't fared well.
And this one's got a hard life.
Yeah, that's a working car. Oh, you have to give points for that because there's some effort going into that to keep that going.
Yeah, I did award points in my head. I was just because I knew he was there, but then because he was making a racket, obviously, but then he'd stopped to do something less noisy, and I forgot the gardener was about. And I went outside to do the recycling, and I went, "That's fantastic."
That is fantastic. I mean, a 75 touring would have been good, but to have the MG version, that's very cool. I mean, as you say, it's the diesel, so it's not the performance one as such.
Yeah.
But you've still got the look.
Oh, yeah.
That's very cool. That is right. You never see those.
No.
Ever. They're getting very thin on the ground.
Assuming he did a job that she finds acceptable, if he comes round again, I'll try and snap a picture.
Yeah, do. I would very much like to see that. Yeah. You just don't find those anymore. I mean, they do occasionally come up for sale, and they range. Well, they've gone to that place that certain cars get to where you either have really cheap ones or really nice ones that are much more expensive. And prices seem to range from sort of 1,500 quid for a bit of a snotter to 10 grand for an absolute minter.
Which is balmy, really, isn't
and those tend to be the more powerful ones.
The rarer V8 variants.
I mean, the V8 ones are very rare.
Yeah.
The 260, which had the Mustang engine, I don't know if they ever put that in a touring.
I don't know.
But certainly when the saloon, occasionally one of those comes up, but you're 10, 15 grand now for one of those. The Mustang engine ones. But you do see the the lesser powered ones coming up very occasionally for sort of 1,500 quid, £2,000 mark.
Yep.
Which is probably where this one's at by the sound of it. But to be using it as your business vehicle, that is fantastic. I really approve of that.
Yeah, that I was staggered.
Top marks for that.
Yeah, I thought we would be awarding points for that.
We had another estate agent car round.
Any particular reason?
Well, we had a viewing.
Of course, right. Yeah, makes sense.
We had a viewing, and the estate agent we had been dealing with didn't come himself. It was someone else from that company.
Mm-hmm.
I did note the car.
Oh, God, what we got this time?
This is, whereas the other ones I listed were a little bit unexpected, this one was bob on. And matches one that you once described. It was a bright red Audi A3. Quite old. I'm thinking sort of 2005, I think it was.
Yeah.
Non-standard alloys, and all of the blubs.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
What age was the estate agent in question?
I would say mid to late 20s.
Ugh.
Unfeasibly thin.
Oh, dear.
And with a haircut that you would not select for yourself. Let's put it like that.
Oh, dear.
With quite a lot of product involved.
Don't put him near an open flame kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, indeed.
That sounds awful.
There he was with his rented muscles, and yes, Audi A3, and I thought, now we're in familiar territory. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, that what you got there is prime cock.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, but let's get away from that particular can of worms then. One thing that we didn't mention when the news broke, not in the slightest bit car related, but we got a hint of Bond. We didn't pick up on the fact that Tina Turner passed away.
Actually, we didn't, did we? No, it's a valid point. In fact, wasn't that actually the last time we recorded? It was that day, wasn't it?
I think so.
But we didn't make any mention of it, which is very remiss of us. Yes.
No, that was a bit naughty of us, but so we should, because she did one of the finest of the Bond.
Oh, no question. Yeah.
It's a proper banger.
Yeah, it
is. After doing a bit of sort of, I don't know, I read a few news articles about it and such like, and as you do when you do these things, you end up going down a bit of a rabbit hole. And I read a couple of old news articles years ago about stuff that not interviews that she'd given, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found a clip from a TV show that she was being interviewed on at her home.
Oh, okay.
Would you hazard a guess as to what vehicle she popped the interviewer in and took him for a drive?
That is a very good. Where did she live?
It definitely looked like America somewhere.
Okay. No, I'd read that she had a home in Switzerland or something, but I might have been wrong about that. But
okay,
this was stateside. Okay.
I think so. There wasn't enough sort of background context. The interviewer was American, but people can get on planes.
People can move around the planet. Yeah. You may have noticed. Yes. Indeed.
Yeah. So, however, I don't think it would make the vehicle guessing any easier or harder.
What did she put him in? Right. Let me have a think. What would she have had?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tricky one, isn't it? That's a tricky one.
Yeah, I'd never factored anything like this in and went, whoa.
No, it's not something I would have considered.
Because it's a choice, and I will permit you a guess, but it's a choice that she has consciously made And I went, well done you.
Right, so it's not just a car. She hasn't just sort of bought whatever was at the closest dealer. No. Okay.
Well, if she did, I really want to see that dealership.
Well, if she's living in Beverly Hills, I mean, who knows? But she probably isn't. I don't know. I don't know where she lives.
I would assume not Beverly Hills.
No, fair enough. Okay. I'm going to say... Oh, that's really tough, isn't it? It's really tough.
It is.
I'm going to say... I've had a couple of things in my mind, but I'm going to go with... maybe it's an obvious choice, so it probably won't be right. In fact, the fact you've posed the question, so whatever I say probably won't be right. I'm going to say Merc SL convertible.
It's a very good choice, but it's miles away.
I thought you might say that. It was either that or a Jeep Cherokee. I could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been better, actually.
Okay.
However, still quite far. She took him for a spin in her Lamborghini LM002.
My God. Truth.
Yeah, no messing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am impressed.
Yeah.
That's a proper rare groove, that is. To use a musical analogy. Wow. As you say, that's not an accident. You've got to go and find one of those.
Yeah.
That's not turning up at your local Automart or whatever they are.
I don't know, but that's...
wow.
What a thing.
You've got to have quite a lot of money to run one of those as well.
I think she probably all right in the bank.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Not everyone could run one of those, even if they wanted to.
Would you like a massive off-roader with a Lamborghini Countach engine?
Yes.
Yes.
Do about 4 miles per gallon.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's one thing. That's one solution we didn't factor in for your question you posed last week.
That's true.
Yeah. Just run that one past Dawn.
How foolish of me to not suggest that.
Yeah, just check with Dawn on that one, see what she says, yeah?
I think if we took all the money we're getting from selling the house, we still couldn't have one of those.
Well...
I'll check Auto Trader. I'll be all right. I'll have a look.
Oh, yeah. There'll be one on there, surely.
I'd have thought, yes. Blimey.
I just thought...
I'm amazed. I've never really considered her to be a car person, really, but that's a very specific choice, as you say. That's not an accident.
No.
Wow.
I'm just having a quick skim. So, actually, there was one sold in this country at auction in May 2020 for $285,000.
Well, there you are. You see, I wasn't far off, was I? Saying you need to sell your house to buy one.
Yeah, and you think, well, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, and everything's gone up since then. Yeah, you could be looking at 350 now, easy.
Yeah,
if you can find one. That's the thing. They're not exactly plentiful.
No, they're not on every street corner. But
they're horrifically ugly as well. But
it's not about that, though, is it?
It certainly isn't. No.
So
it certainly isn't. Blimey.
Fair play to Tina Turner on that one.
I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
I'd never really factored in her being a car person, and that was wrong with me. A wild assumption.
That's fascinating. That's really fascinating.
Yes.
Well, we'll look for that one coming up at auction because presumably it will be.
Yeah, it wasn't the most current of interviews, so I don't know whether it's still part of her collection or not.
Maybe I'm now intrigued as to what else I bet there is a Merc SL in there somewhere.
Oh,
there's got to be.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
You see where I was going with that.
Yeah, stylish lady. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Right. I've been up and down motorways this week.
You have, you silly boy. Yes.
Yeah, I've been in and around. I've been doing lots. Very tired and bored of being in the car.
Yes.
It's,
motorway journeys are tedious, aren't
I
they?
don't mind motorway journeys, but it's the bloody. It's been half term. It's just this. I set off yesterday, and the first road I came to was closed, and you could just jog on.
You did pick a good week for this.
Yeah, well, it's one of those ones. It got booked probably years ago. This one was probably a hangover from COVID. I can't even remember.
Probably, yeah. And you just didn't think that it was going to be a holiday week.
No, and I think the date's probably been moved at least once. So,
of course, yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is. However, we're hearing in the news that we're in the middle of a cost of living crisis.
That has come up, yes.
The cars on the road suggest otherwise.
Not around here.
Honestly, what I have seen is that there's plenty of money about, and there's also zero taste along with it. I have lost count today. Honestly, this is not me being flippant or exaggerating. I lost count of counting Rolls-Royce Cullinan and Bentley Bentegas.
Oh my word!
I mean, both hideous.
Oh, they are. Sure, well, the Rolls-Royce particularly.
But the amount of new Defenders.
I've got a little bit more time for that than either of the other two vehicles.
Yeah, I do, but they're still not cheap vehicles.
No, they're not. No, not at all.
An enormous amount of new Range Rovers, be it full size or sports.
Yeah.
And the fact that as sort of widely reported here, there, and everywhere, there is a colossal wait list for Range Rovers.
Yes, so I believe. Yeah.
They cannot build them quick enough.
No, indeed.
No, so much so that those have been our man on the ground who knows these things.
Yes.
Backed up with sort of stuff that I've read online. The average sort of Range Rover coming off the end of the production line has been spec'd by the person in the showroom, and the price is on average about 180 grand.
Oh my word!
If you spec up and go, right, I want a full size Range Rover, please, but I want it Bogo, if that is even the thing.
Yeah, I bet they don't build any Bogo ones.
No, I will not put a single option on it.
Mm.
That is, it's still a £99,000 car.
Yeah, that's a lot. Is that? I mean, you have to factor in that a lot of those will be financed or leased.
Yeah, but still, there's a lot, like too many.
Far too many. Yeah. Do you think there's an element of people buying those while they still can because they know electrification is coming?
No.
You don't think that's it?
I don't think that's it. I know it sounds harsh, but you look at the way that some of these Range Rovers are spec'd and you go, I don't think anyone's put even an ounce of thought into the environmental factors. I know that sounds harsh.
Well, no, I think you're probably right. It's a sad comment that people aren't even considering it, but and that's why we're not doing anything about climate. Nobody really gives a monkeys. Well, until it all starts to catch fire, and then they might. But it's got to get to that stage, I think, before most people care. And yes, perhaps the sale of Range Rovers is an indication of that. Oh dear.
Yeah, oh dear is right. And I mean, and as luck would have it, there's news this week that the all-new Range Rover Sport SV has been revealed.
Oh.
And the first year of its production is restricted to select clients by invitation.
God, they're doing that, are they?
Yeah.
They're going to do the whole Ferrari thing.
That's
where they have to choose whether you can have one or not.
Yeah. The base price is £100 short of £170,000.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Because they haven't got any money, I suppose. That's why.
I think Land Rover have money and have a
Land
lot
Rover
of it.
do, yeah. It's Jaguar that hasn't. Yeah.
I genuinely think they couldn't. Like I said, they can't make them quick enough.
It's a bit worrying on several fronts, isn't it?
Mm.
Not just the environmental aspect.
I don't know.
This is why there's nothing but SUVs on the road, because that's what everyone's buying.
Yeah. Well, you think now, if you're lucky enough to have an order in and someone wants to queue jump, you can make a tidy profit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You could flip it. Yeah. And do well. If you've got the cash to throw it in the first place, you could do well there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's absolutely balmy. I don't get it. I really don't.
But as you said a little while ago when we were discussing the Range Rover specifically, a lot of people who buy Range Rovers have always bought Range Rovers, and they will keep buying Range Rovers regardless of what powers it.
Yeah, it's true.
Whether it's petrol, diesel, or indeed electric, when one comes, as it will. And as I was watching a video the other day by JM, JM on Cars on YouTube, and he was talking about Range Rovers. In fact, I think it was his review of a P38, funnily enough.
Oh, good.
Yes, indeed. And he said that talking to your sort of typical Range Rover buyer, you say, "Oh, what did you have before this?" I said, "Oh, I have a Range Rover." Yeah, okay. That's good. Any problems with it? Oh, yeah. This broke, and it had to go back to the dealer for that, and this bit fell off, and then that's never worked properly. And okay, that's great. Well, what are you going to get next? Oh, I'm going to get another Range Rover. Okay, yeah. They just keep going, even though they know they're nothing but trouble. They just keep buying them.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. And I think whatever they, if they do turn out an electric one in a couple of years' time or whenever it was going to be, they'll sell.
Yeah, they will. People
will say, "Oh, good, I can have an electric one now." They're not necessarily asking for that. It doesn't mean they won't buy an electric one when it comes along. They'll have a Range Rover, and if the latest model is electric, then okay, it's time to go electric.
I'll have that one. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. It is irrelevant what powers it.
Yeah, it is.
It's a strange thing. I mean, what Land Rover have achieved there with the Range Rover brand is actually quite clever.
Yeah.
Because there aren't many cars that can be that historically unreliable and badly built that people will just keep buying regardless.
Yeah, you are correct.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah, there's not many things that would get away with that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So it's sort of not a surprise that you're seeing so many, but it does, as you say, confirm that there is some money still around. It's just perhaps in different places.
It's a lot of money still about.
But a lot of them will be financed and a lot of them will be leased. So not many people will have paid the sticker price to be sat in it.
No, I agree on that. But yeah,
because people don't buy cars anymore. People finance and lease cars.
Well, yeah, that's it. You don't.
Our parents' generation would buy a car.
Yeah.
They'd save up and go into a dealer and buy a car outright. And that was the car. People don't do that anymore. It's just not a thing anymore, not very often. In fact, dealers don't want you to do that because that's not where they make their money on selling you a finance deal and a servicing package. They don't make any money at all on selling the car. So if you walk in and say, "Oh, I'll pay cash for that," well, there's less than 1% margin in that for them.
No, that's it.
They don't want that.
As long as you're going in and paying cash when it's time to have your car serviced, they're well happy with that.
Well happy with that. But when you're buying the car in the first place, the last thing they want you to do is pay cash. In fact, a lot of them offer incentives to take the finance deal. I mean, when we bought our Fiesta ST, we got £1,000 off. £1,000 off for financing it.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, you take it. Why not?
Well, we did, but
yeah,
if we'd been, they were really, they really didn't even want us to consider paying cash for it. I think we even put down a bigger deposit than they really wanted, so to bring the monthlies down.
Yeah.
We were putting a bit too much into that. Really, you're shaving a bit off our margin there.
Yeah.
They don't want cash. They want you to sign forms and get deals.
Yeah,
that's how dealers make their money these days.
That's
where PCP came from. It was a system designed to support the car industry.
Yes, yeah, it's true. And it's thriving, really.
Well, it has been.
It's difficult actually, because in some cases people are still doing that.
There's a lot more older cars on the road lately, though, don't you think? In the last 12 months or so.
Yeah, I mean, partly because some people are skin.
Yes.
Yes. And
I'm familiar with that concept.
Yeah, but then you've also got people who are stubborn and going, "I'm not paying that."
Well, yes, and then you get the old money people who, we just can't think what to replace it with.
Yeah, that's it, and it works.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we'll just use that.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Right. One further and my final observation from my travels yesterday and today. You and I are both aware that it's quite warm this week in this particular part of the world.
I have spotted it. Yeah,
which is fine. I mean, it's better than it pissing down all the time, I suppose. However,
it's nice to look out the window, but it is here with computers going and everything. Yes.
Yeah, a bit toasty.
Yes.
However, I have seen countless convertibles driving around with the roof up.
And the air conditioning on, no doubt.
It's just like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. You've bought a rag top.
Yeah.
Now is the weather for it. But
I've seen MX-5s, S2000, mini convertibles, a couple of Boxsters. What else have we had today? A particularly nice 911 Turbo S Cabriolet with the roof up.
I saw a 911 Targa this week. Yeah,
I don't suppose. What, a new one?
New one, yeah.
Was it the green one that's doing the rounds?
No, it was black.
Okay, there's a really nice green one locally.
Lovely.
Yeah, nice things.
I saw a Triumph Stag as well with the top down.
Nice. What
dirty.
Colour was that?
Blue. Quite a bright blue.
Quite a bright blue. Here's right. This is not.
It wasn't my friend's because that's red.
I'm going to do a photo for you. This isn't very helpful for anyone listening, but
yes, it's really good for a podcast.
I saw a stag the other day in just a wonderful, wonderful colour. I'll send that to you now. There you go.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, I have seen them in that colour before. Yeah, lovely,
tasty.
Yes, purple.
Yes,
for the listeners. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. We need to use words. We need to paint pictures.
You need to describe. Yes.
Terribly sorry. I'm tired.
You are. Yeah, that is a nice colour.
Yes.
Yes. I have this week seen a picture of an S-Type R that's been wrapped in a very similar colour to that.
Ooh.
Yes, I've joined a Facebook group. I am preparing for ownership.
Part of me is just a little bit disapproving when it comes to wrapping an S-Type.
Yes, I don't think I'd consider it, but nevertheless, it's a not dissimilar colour. It's a little bit darker.
Okay.
I think it's been taken from, Harry's Project 8?
Oh, yeah.
that deep purple metallic that he's got that in. I think they were going for that.
That is a nice colour. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't think I could bring myself to wrap in it because it's not exactly what you call hard wearing, is it?
It's not, and that's quite a lot of money to spend on a car of that sort of value. Even if you've gone for one of the really top price ones that are out there at the moment, the sort of 15 grand ones, which I think are overpriced. I'm certainly not looking to spend that much.
Oh God, no.
No, nowhere near. But even a car of that value, you're going to spend a couple of grand on wrapping that, a full wrap.
Yeah.
To a decent standard. That's going to be a couple of grand. That seems quite a lot of money to spend on a car. That, I mean, you could argue you're protecting the paint, I suppose.
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
If you're talking a car that's 15 years old anyway, 15, 20 years old anyway, and you're wrapping it now, well, the paint's it's been out in the elements since 2003 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit late, isn't it, really, to be worrying about that? So, yeah, I thought that was a bit strange, but it looked like it was a really good job, and it did look really nice in that colour. I'll give him that. But yeah, if I was going to do that, it'd be British Racing Green anyway.
Well, yeah, that's fair. But it's just
but I wouldn't, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Not. No, sod that.
Get one in the colour you like to begin with, and then you'll be all right.
I mean, like you say, it's not spoilt for choice, but you could certainly get one in a colour that you like.
There's usually between 10 or 15 for sale at any time, and I mean, they were never available in particularly exciting colours.
No, I suppose not.
So I'd go for the black or the grey or the silver. I mean, yeah. There is a red one for sale at the moment, actually, which is very unusual.
Yeah, that's bold. That is.
It's a deep cherry red. It's very nice.
Yeah, I like the sound of it. I do like a red car, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sale at the moment. It's a 2003, I think. So it's a pre-facelift.
Okay.
Which is nice. But anyway, yes, that is yes. I have seen stags in that sort of bright purple. So I think it's an original colour.
Yeah, that one I took a photo of. There was a little car gathering locally when I was in town.
There's always a stag. There's always a stag. Whatever if there's a car, there's always a stag.
So that is a local vehicle, that one.
Very good. I wonder if that's where I've seen the colour. I've probably seen that one around, perhaps.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, while I've got the photos open.
There are a few around, actually. It's quite a mainstream classic, that, isn't it, these days?
I'll send you a couple of treats that were there.
You caught me unawares with that one.
Yep. A 68 Mustang Fastback.
Look at that.
And the
That's
next
a nice colour.
No, it's really nice. I don't think I've seen that before. And this one, am I right in
silvery metallic blue for anyone who's listening? Yes.
I'm about to send you a picture of another vehicle that was also there, and I'm wondering if this is the person you know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, that is Ian's car. Definitely. Oh, that's in the square in Barnstable, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I saw he was there. I saw a picture on his Facebook page of that he was there. Yes, that is the person I know, and that is still. He's had that for ages.
It's a good
years and years and years. Yeah.
Again, for context, that's a Honda NSX.
It is silver Honda NSX. Yeah,
but a late one because of you can tell easily because of the lights.
Yes.
It's the ones that are the kind of bubble lights rather than the pop-ups.
He is a thoroughly nice chap as well.
Good. I think I've met him at some point on a Piston Heads gathering. I met him
years ago when I had the Mini, because his wife had a Mini, and we used to do the Children's Hospice charity stuff together. So that's how I know him. I used to get chatting to him at Mini events, and I did have a close-up look at that car some years ago, and it was in fact it was the day I was looking at it, The tyres were all kind of beaded and bubbly on it because the day before he'd done a track day in it.
Oh, nice.
He really uses it. That is not a mollycoddled car. He does use it.
No, this is. I like that enormously, actually.
Yes,
because he's got the right one as well. Because it's manual.
Yes.
Which I approve.
Yeah,
he
is a proper petrol head.
Quite a few of those slip through the net as autos, but that's quite regular actually for Japanese cars.
Yeah.
Right. That's
that is the chap I know. Yeah, that's magnificent.
I'm going to do a little
I did see they were doing that show, and I meant to come over, but as is the way on the day, I forgot.
I didn't even know it was happening. I happened to walk across the bridge into town to go and see Kaylee.
Oh, hello! What do we have here?
Yeah.
I need to take a moment here.
Yeah. So I had a lovely little wander around and enjoyed that enormously.
Very nice. Yeah.
No, I just looked up his reg actually.
Yes, it is quite a distinctive. We won't say it, but it is quite a distinctive reg. Yes.
So yeah, 53,000 miles.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much timestamped because it got a new ticket on the 17th of May.
Okay, very good. Well, he's had that, I think, he's had that for at least 20 years.
And also every MOT that's on record is a clean bill of health, except one where there was a minor discrepancy with the number plate.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
That's the worst it's ever had.
Yeah. Not an advisory in sight.
Yeah, he does look after his cars.
I like that.
Yes. His wife had a absolutely mint, very, very late classic Mini Cooper Sport.
Nice.
But it was a really late one. It was a 2000 or 2001. It was one of the very last.
Yeah, last of the
classic minis. Yeah. In red, and it was gorgeous.
Right. Before we round off, I'm going to go with one final local spot.
Ooh.
I'm very, very skeptical about announcing the location of a specific vehicle that's quite desirable.
Yeah, you do have to think about it, don't you?
Right. So there is a nice little town or village, however you want to describe it, that is between my house and your house.
Yes.
Of which, along the main road, there have been some new housing developments for the, how do we put it, significantly better funded than us people. Yes.
Yes, I know where you mean.
Yes. Yeah, you've got it. You're there.
I am there.
And
considerably richer than us. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And as part of these particular buildings, there are garages underneath each of the houses. I saw a car being either put away or brought out. I saw it out the corner of my eye. It was a very distinctive car, and it had a very distinctive plate, and I looked it up.
Okay, as you do.
As I do. It was a Series 1 E-Type convertible.
Oh.
Absolutely stunning. So I looked it up, and to my utter delight, I found that it wasn't just any old Series 1 E-Type. It's one that's had the Eagle treatment.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Who knew that one of those was tucked away nearby?
Oh, you never know, do you? You never know what's just in that garage just over there. Oh, an Eagle E-Type.
Not a speedster or anything like that. Just one that they've enhanced, but tastefully.
That's naughty, that.
I mean, we know that a Series 1 E-Type is a six-figure car.
It is these days, yeah.
Yeah, we know that you're going to be, if you get one that's been lovingly restored and is in tip-top shape, you're going to be spending anywhere between £100,000 and £150,000.
Yeah, you are.
Easy.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
When you get one that's been breathed upon by Eagle, you take that number and then you go, right, I'm going to need to be spending £250,000.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like,
it takes it to a new place, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. That's a very expensive car. Yes.
Yeah, because everything is so subtle. Because one of the criticisms of the E-Type is like the wheel offset is weird because they look too inboard.
They do. Yeah, they do. It spoils the look for me. Yeah.
Yeah, which they address. There's certain other mechanical things.
Yes, they bring them out a little bit, don't they? Fill the arches a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. So that it was one of those. It's just dirty.
Oh, that's naughty. That's really naughty.
Didn't expect that. Just driving along out the corner of my eye. That's wonderful.
There it is, bold as you like.
Bold as brass.
Yes.
Yeah. And one little Rain Man moment of remembering the plate, getting home, popping that into Google, and go,
it's. That's one of those.
Well, it's true. But it's always worth doing. It's like I said to you.
It is.
Remember the Austin 7 on the school run?
Yes.
And it was not only did I look it up and go, well, it was actually a film car.
Yeah, you found out some interesting things about that. Yeah.
So that's why I always do it with the sort of older cars.
It's always worth checking. Yeah, absolutely. You never know.
Like that. But yeah, I thought you'd that'd be right up your pipe. So I thought I'd better mention it.
I'll say the quad pipes, in fact.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that. Yeah, that's pretty good because that's a very minimal moaning this week.
We've done all right there. That's been proper car heavy as well.
Yeah, quite car heavy. Not much moaning. Yeah, like that. So
we've been all right this week.
Before I ruin it and say something daft, let's go. Right, that's good. So yeah, we know that there's an Eagle E-Type nearby. So all we now need to do is befriend the owner, and that's us sorted.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.